Welcome along everybody, this is round 2 of the Porsche Master Series. Race 1 is in the Cayman as per usual for the first part of this series. And we are at a very tricky course for race 1. We are at the Alsace test course. With a very tricky corner in the middle of the track. So let's get right into the lap. Everything's up and running. Here we go. Coming up and crossing the line, here's the line here, and we're just going to turn to the left and we're going to start braking around about 50 metres before the start of the curb, and we're wanting to stay over to the left, go down to second, then it's going to be a quick change up to third. Down to second, up to third. Don't worry about the apex here, just get over onto the left hand side here. And for this one, very tricky, uphill, you're going to be looking to start braking at around about 60 metres out, so around about, just before the 50 metres in, let's see. Yeah, I'm coming off the throttle now. You want to brake in a straight line, and you're going to stay in third for this one. And it's going to be very tricky on the throttle here, because as the hill drops, the car loses all its weight, and it gets completely out of control if you're not very careful. So let's see how I handle this one. Down to third. Wide entry. Miss the curb. Just keep it to the inside as best you can. Then go on the power. Counter this curb. And you get a good run out coming down to the banked corner. So you're going to go up to fifth. Then you're just going to drop it down to fourth as you're onto the corner. Hold it. And then get on the power when you know you can cut onto the inside and make the line. You can use all this curb on this side if you need to. And that is a very fast 48-second lap of the Alsace test course. So we'll go back and we'll start it again. So good run out the final corner for qualifying. Get onto the curb, get all the way over to the right here. Brake where you have to, get onto this curb, get down to second. Don't have to go all the way onto the curb, but it's okay because you're staying left. Now, as I said, braking just before the 50 here when I got the tyres warmed up, so let's see. Keep it nice and tight as best you can, down to 50 odd miles an hour. And then be careful of this bump on the way out, it's very tricky. The big banked corner we've all done 100 times normally, so let's get into this. Down to fourth, and when you know you're gripping, get on the power. Just power all the way towards the line. It's going to be very fast and fun race, this one. It's going to be very tricky. I expect a couple of incidents, I'd imagine, but as when you get to the very top of the hill, it's only one line through there, so if you're racing side by side, one of you'll have to back off. But I expect it's going to be all out action as ever, especially with a short lap like this. So we'll see you in a moment for race 2. Okay everybody, we're back now for race 2. We are in the GT3 RS 911 22 version car. An absolutely epic car, and remember it's got DRS. So we'll go through the lap in a moment for race 2. And you do need to brake a little bit earlier for this car, and remember you have the DRS button, so when I go out of car view, watch how much I'm using the DRS. Let's make sure we've got our details on, that's fine, let's go. Braking just before the 50, down to third. And you want to hang it onto the curb on the outside and get the DRS going all the way up the hill. Up to fifth, and then you want to sweep over to the left. Careful throttle control, possibly coming down here, down to third gear. Stay in third and push out. Over to the right to cut in here, and again, a little bit of throttle control maybe, yep. Just lifting a little bit to make sure you make the corner. And for this one we are braking just after the 100 I think. Okay, let's go forward a little bit. Yep. So around about 80 metres out you're going to try and brake in a straight line. Down to third for this one. Third gear is probably your best friend through here. We don't come out of any corner in second. or else you will lose the back end a bit. So stick in third, it's better traction. Down to third. Missed the apex there a little, but that's okay. Kept good speed. Use the curb on the exit. Cut right in on the left, on the right here, sorry. And just before we get to this crest, I'm going to start to lift off. As we get to the crest, see I'm lifting off to keep the front of the car controlled. And I do misjudge my braking a little bit for this one. I end up going quite wide. But it still carries good speed through. See there's about 2/10 there. Up to the bank corner, you're going to stay in fourth. Same as in the Cayman, stay in fourth and wait till you've got good line on exit. And then cut onto this curb. Now for this one, we are braking quite early here. As you can see, I'm fully on the brake now. 50 meters before the start of the blue and yellow curb on the left there. And you're going to try to scrub all your speed in pretty much a straight line if you can here. And you're looking to get right over the curb on the left hand side. So let's see how we get on. Right over the curb, down to second. And again, same with the Cayman, you don't need to go right onto the apex. Just get a good exit in third. Stay in third going up the hill here. Push onto this curb. And use all curb on the exit. Now coming down this hill is the trickiest braking part of the lap. As you can see, I've started braking now. And that's good 20 meters before the start of the curb under the bridge there. Well, not really a bridge, but under the signage. And then you just got to brake in a straight line if you can, down to third and keep it in third all the way till you get out the chicane at the bottom here. So down to third, move to the right, then cut right back on the left, get onto that curb and then get on the power. You will make the rest of the chicane no problem and across the line. So once more we'll go out of car as we do, and that way you can see the DRS usage as the rear wing of the car opens up. So let's get straight on it. DRS open at the moment. Crossing the line to start the lap while you're braking. Yeah, just about 60 meters out here. Again, down to third. As you've seen already, down to third. Don't worry about that. Get on the power as early as you can. Use all the curb and your DRS open. Good run for this one. Now coming down the hill here, we are going to be braking just at the start of the arrows on the left. As you can see, I'm just coming off the throttle now. Arrows on the left hand side where they start. Again, going to try to brake pretty much a straight line. Make the inside of the corner for this one. And then get on the power. Let the car run out to the left if you need to, but that's fine. A bit of throttle control there, then get on the power. Make sure you stay on the tarmac here. You don't want to dip any wheel on the mud there. Again, there you see I'm braking about 60 meters out and down to third gear for this one. A good run out there. I started braking just a little bit too late here, just too much on the curb, on the crest, and that unsettled the car. As you can see, I wanted to be over the other side of the track completely there for a good exit. So there is a few more tenths left in this lap. Here again, feather the throttle a wee bit if it looks like you're going wide, but use all that curb on the left. This one we're going to try to brake in the straight line here, onto the curb. Down to second, up to third. You don't want to power out in any corner of second gear. And here we go up the hill, very careful here. I got a little bit too far over the curb, but I kept the speed high. At least 90 miles an hour going up the hill there. And again, 20 meters before this curb starts, down to third. Coast it in nice and carefully. Then when you get off that, look at that, straight on the power as soon as you hit that curb. It'll get the car round. And that is a very tricky round 2 at Alsace. The test course is going to be particularly hard. And this one is going to be all battling because it's a brilliant car to drive. So we'll see you on the next one.